last time we went out, we did the ground reference maneuvers.
That's correct.
And you've read about it.
Yes.
And now you know what you weren't doing.
I knew what I wasn't doing when I did it.
Now you think you might be able to do better. And that will show up when you're flying in the pattern here. Because that's, you fly the pattern in reference to the ground. So that's why they call it the ground reference maneuvers, so that you can handle, maneuver the airplane safely close to the ground. Taking off and landing, that's when you're closest to the ground.
All right.
Now let's review the pattern just real quick.
Okay.
So you're going to take off. We're going to look down the runway when we're taking off, and the sight picture taking off is exactly the same as on landing. Once you get that sight picture, you'll have it. Okay? You got to make the plane do what you want it to do without looking at the controls, just having your hand on the throttle, looking down the runway, and feathering the elevator. And the slower you get, the more input
it's going to take,
more deflection controls it takes to get the equivalent reaction. Okay, then we're going to take off. We're going to climb out till we're past the end of the runway.
Okay.
That's the rule. Okay, that's in the AIM. I found out the hard way. You got to be past the runway and 500 feet off the ground. So if you look at this, you know, three-dimensionally, you could see where you're going to take off. You're going to be at 500 feet off the ground. Then you're going to turn left. Do a nice, crisp turn. Don't mush it around with the rudder. You know, don't be afraid to put it into a bank. Put it to a nice, easy bank. Hold that sight picture, and wait till you're 90 degrees from the runway. And you can use the hitting indicator as a crutch, but it's better to pick out a point off the wing. Everything should be done visually. You shouldn't be looking at the instruments. And you roll it out to a point that you picked out when you first looked out. Roll it into a turn, roll it back out with the right rudder and right aileron together, roll it back out, and you check for traffic because there's people entering downwind, you know, right in front of you. The guys in the tower don't pay attention. It almost killed me last year. Same exact thing. I turned out early. Okay, this plane climbs really good. And I turned before I got to the end of the runway, and there was Sam Collins in a Cherokee 140. He did a long upwind, okay, and he turned, and I was turning on crosswind. He was coming downwind, and he went right over my head. And he didn't see me. He never did see me because he was in a low wing plane. I saw him at the last second. He was only 40 feet above us. And I've had nightmares ever since. So now, look for traffic. Anytime you're around an airport, that's where all the mid-air collisions. They don't happen at 10,000 feet.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen. It's always close to the ground near a airport. So pay attention. Okay. Then you're going to be downwind. You're going to be at 2,100. You're going to climb 2,100 feet, and you're going to be a half a mile from the runway, the point. Remember the turn around a point. We're going to be half a mile from the point, and we're going to try to maintain your track so that you're not angling in on the runway or angling away. You're trying to fly parallel. You want to keep the whole sight picture. You want to just have a sense where the runway is next to you. Monitor. You have to look at your altimeter to see how high you are. You can't tell how high you are by any other means.
Sure.
So you maintain that downwind and you do your work, okay? As soon as you turn downwind, you go gump. Gas. Gas is on. Fuel pump is on, if we had one. Undercarriage is down.
Yep.
Down on my side, okay? When you say, okay, it's down on my side, now I know you have put the gear down, okay?
Right.
Because you're going to be flying in your partner's Bonanza one of these days.
Don't want a belly landing.
No, not on somebody else's airplane, it's really even worse. Okay, but the gear handle in this Bonanza, it's shaped like a wheel.
Yep.
Okay, you put the gear down, and you got 3 green lights down there. Okay.
Plus a transit light.
In transit, and then you get 3 green lights when the gear's down. Keep your hand on that switch until you get the 3 green lights. Then you can take it off. Okay. And if you don't get the 3 green lights, you're
Going around.
You're going to go around, you're going to try to figure out what the heck happened. And if the gear hadn't come down, the motor burned up or whatever, you got to reach back here and crank it 52 cranks to get the gear down. Have you done that?
Yeah, oh yeah. We've done annuals where you do gear tests. It's a lot of cranking.
Yeah, and the last 10 cranks are really hard. Done it for real. Done practice many times. Okay.
Next on the list is mixture.
Mixture.
Full rich.
And then the prop control.
Yep.
Full forward. Okay.
Yep.
And I'm going to be especially diligent about teaching you the gump.
I've been one of the real benefits to having a 45-minute commute is you can run through this checklist and visualize where you are in the pattern.
Yeah.
And hammer that home.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's. All right. Then we're gonna. As soon as you're abeam the numbers, I want to finish this off.
Yep.
Abeam the numbers. The number for the runway.
Yep.
That's your point. You turn around the point. You're gonna be a half a mile. You're gonna do put your carburetor heat on, 1700, and then 10 degrees of flaps. Then you're gonna get a descent sight picture. You want to be coming down. You don't want to be flying level and having the airspeed drop off. You want the airspeed to drop off while you're descending. Okay, and then once you've established your descent, you want to monitor your position so that you're 45 degrees off the end of the runway, and you'll be doing your turn.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't want to do it too soon or too late, and you want to pick out a point on the ground to turn to. Okay, here it's just on the inside of that warehouse.
Okay.
Is a good spot. I mean, if you end up too close, then you're going to end up too high. If you go out too far, you'll end up too low. So you have to monitor your altitude and your position. You want to end up at 500 feet when you turn final and you're lined up with the runway. Okay, and you want to be at half a mile, 500 feet. There's an X on the ground at that point. Okay.
Okay.
You have to paint it in your mind. Or you could go out there with a spray can.
I didn't know if they put one of those on the top of the building.
Okay. And then you're going to come down, and the rest of it is just what you're going to be dealing with is the last 20 feet. You got to get that sight picture. You got to fly the plane, maneuver the plane. You may want to just kind of practice with the elevators, because the elevator is going to control your descent rate, and the airspeed is going to be dropping off, and the controls are going to become looser and looser, so that you're going to end up looking at the sight picture, adding some back pressure. You don't want to balloon. You just want to add back pressure and hold it, and then when it starts to come down again, you pull it back and hold it there, pull it back again, hold it there, and then you might have it all the way back by the time you touch down, but you don't want to have it all the way back when you're 10 feet off the ground. You want to be 6 inches off the ground when it's full back, and you'll land on the main wheel, and the wing mains, and you'll hold it back after you're on the ground. You don't want to put the nose down because it'll shimmy like crazy. You hold it back, hold all the way back, and steer with your feet, and the nose wheel will come down on its own.
We're just trying to dissipate all our speed.
All the energy.
Okay.
Energy control. That's what a lot of people use that term, energy control, and that's what you're doing, kind of naturally. But you were getting it the last time we landed. You were flying the plane all the way. All right, let's go.
See what we can do. All right. Make sure that 5. Yep. So that's good. Circuit breakers are in. Alternate static. Yep. Brakes test. Good. Okay.
Okay.
Seatbelts on. Shoulder. Seat track is locked for you. Yeah, me too. Avionics are off. Autopilot is off. Carb heat is off. Beacon is on. Mixture is full rich. Throttle slight. Okay. Prime. 2 pumps.
Two should do it. Cold weather, you want more.
Prime is in and locked. Brakes set. Let's see. Master is on. Clear prop. Avionics are coming up. Oil pressure's in the green.
And when that ground, good morning, 030 Charlie Papa. Looking for clearance out of Bravo, Hotel Charlie.
030 Charlie Papa, Gwinnett Ground, good morning. You're clear to the Baxley Municipal Airport as filed. Maintain 3,000. Expect 7,000, 10 minutes after departure.
Contact, you have information, whiskey.
Gwinnett County Airport.
Gwinnett Tower Information, whiskey, time 1045 Zulu, wind 2705, visibility 3, light rain and mist. Sky conditions, scattered 3,000, ceiling overcast 8,000. Temperature 21, dew point 21, altimeter 3003. ILS runway 25 approaching use. Advise on initial contact, you have information, whiskey.
Gwinnett County Airport.
You know what the
Gwinnett Tower Information, whiskey, time 1045 Zulu, wind 2705, visibility 3, light rain and mist. Sky conditions, scattered 3,000, ceiling
more than
overcast
1,000.
8,000.
That's the ceiling. You have the ceiling and visibility. You have to have a 1,000 foot ceiling, 3 miles visibility.
Yes.
And how much do we have?
You interrupted me. I'm trying to get it.
All right. Write it down. Oh, now they're changing it. Okay, let's go ahead and taxi out and we caught them right in the middle of a cycle. As long as they're not changing it to 2.5 miles visibility. The answer is 3 miles. We have 3 miles visibility and the minimum is 3 miles. If it drops down to 2.9 miles, we are not...
We're grounded.
We're grounded, yeah. We'd have to do special VFR. The ceiling is good, but the visibility is marginal because they have mist.
Gwinnett County Airport.
Gwinnett Tower Information, X-ray time 1145 Zulu, wind 3205, visibility 4, mist, sky conditions, scattered 5,000, ceiling overcast 9,000. Temperature 21, dew point 21, altimeter 3003. ILS runway 25 approaching use. Advise on initial contact. You have information, X-ray.
3003.
Gwinnett County Airport.
Gwinnett Tower Information, X-ray time 1145 Zulu, wind 3205, visibility 4, mist, sky conditions, scattered 5,000, ceiling overcast 9,000. Temperature 21, dew point 21, altimeter 3003. ILS runway 25 approaching use. Advise on initial contact. You have information, X-ray.
Gwinnett County Airport.
Gwinnett Tower Information, X-ray time 1145 Zulu, wind 3205, visibility 4, mist, sky conditions, scattered 5,000, ceiling overcast 9,000. Temperature 21, dew point 21, altimeter 3003. ILS runway 25 approaching use. Advise on initial contact. You have information, X-ray.
Got it?
All right. We have information X-ray.
Gwinnett County Airport.
Gwinnett confirmation X-ray time 1145.
Hush. Clouds are scattered at 5,000. Altimeter is 3003. Runway 25 is in use. Wind is 320 at 5.
320. And what does that mean? 320 at 5. What does that mean to you?
320 degrees. So that's coming
From our right.
from the right at 5 knots.
It's not a lot.
No.
Not too bad. The winds are really good.
Crap.
You have information X-ray.
Yes.
What are you looking for?
Ground frequency 121.8.
121. Oh, I guess we don't have a little sticker on the thing. 121.8 is already dialed in.
Already up.
So what are you going to say?
Gwinnett ground, Cessna 737 Yankee Echo at, I would say,
AeroVentures ramp.
at AeroVentures with X-ray.
Stay in the pattern.
Staying in the pattern. And they would say
They'll tell you
737
where-
Yankee Echo, taxi to runway 25 via whatever.
Yeah. You write that down. Taxi instructions, write it down.
Right.
Have a code for the taxi instructions. HS is hold short. HS25
Hold short of 25.
on Delta.
Yep. Gwinnett ground, Cessna 737 Yankee Echo at AeroVentures with X-ray.
So 737 Yankee Echo, Gwinnett ground. What's your departure direction?
Stay in the pattern.
We're staying in the pattern.
So 737 Yankee Echo, runway 25. Taxi via Tango, Delta. Hold short, runway 25 at Delta.
Tango Delta, hold short at 25 at Delta.
Taxi to runway 25 via Tango, Delta. Hold short of 25 at Delta, 737 Yankee Echo.
Perfect. Very professional. You're not having any problems with the radio calls.
So,
Your
are we...
flaps are down.
Yes.
Go ahead and taxi out to the right.
Are we waiting for him to say read back correct?
No.
Okay.
He gave us his instructions and we're ready to go. Now if you were flying IFR, you read back a IFR clearance, then they'd say read back correct, taxi via blah 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 blah, but we're not doing IFR. There's somebody taking off.
Cirrus?
No, I think that was out Cherokee. Viper Cherokee. Well, I couldn't see that well. I know Imagineer will fly in awful weather. Now you're a partner with the Bonanza. Does he have his instrument rating?
He does.
So he's all in aviation.
And multi and ATP.
ATP. Oh. Did you ever fly for the airlines?
Tried to. I tried flying for ExpressJet, but he started applying at age 62, and
62. Well, a little late.
well, they were happy to have him at 62, but he couldn't keep up with the pace. You know, things are happening.
Oh yeah.
So fast that
Yeah, you have to get used to that. I couldn't handle it. But he got his ATP.
Yep.
And a type rating, probably.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
But he doesn't practice his AI. Inspector's license.
Only on his own plane. Just kind of a shame.
Yeah. Well, we have a need for somebody on this field. We have a couple of guys that are that come and go.
737 Yankee Echo, cross runway 25 at Delta, turn left whiskey.
Cross runway 25, turn left at Whiskey, 737 Yankee Echo.
So after you get your license, is your partner going to let you fly his Bonanza?
That's a good question.
You hadn't talked to him about it yet, huh?
I have not.
Because you'd have to be on insurance.
Right.
And you'd want to have a high performance checkout.
Right.
Which I could do for you. I could do it in his plane or mine. He'd probably rather have you fly mine.
I'm sure he would.
I think I got mine sold.
Really?
Well, we have 3 of them.
Right.
One of them has been for sale for a long time. Got a guy in Alabama that put a $5,000 deposit on it.
Hey.
We're going to fly it down to Bob Ripley's field down south of Atlanta. He's Mr. Bonanza, and he's going to do a pre-purchase inspection. Then the guy's going to buy it, and it's going to be gone, and we'll have lots of cash in the bank. Pay off the loans. Give us some breathing room on the money. I've been pretty disgusted with the whole thing for the last year.
From a financial perspective, discussing?
Yeah. I do all the books.
Oh, so you're really in it.
Yeah. I can see the disaster that it's created. We're supporting 3 expensive airplanes, and the cash has been draining, and we've been borrowing money to buy that 3rd plane. But now, once we sell this one.
Ground, Falcon 133 November Mike, taxi from the Jet Center with Whiskey.
Falcon 133 November Mike, runway 25, taxi via Whiskey. Information X-rays current now, the only change, the altimeter is 3004.
Taxi 25 via Whiskey, 3 November Mike.
All right. Run up checklist. Brakes are set. Fuel is set to both. Trim is set for takeoff. We don't need any flaps today, do we?
They're optional. If we were doing a short field takeoff or a soft field takeoff, then we'd want to use flaps.
Okay.
And we'll do that. We might do one of those.
Okay. Let's see. Mixture is best power. Carb heat is off. Heading indicator to compass.
A good chance we're going to eliminate the heading indicator and get another one of these.
And do a HSI?
Yeah.
Okay. Transponder to 1200 and altitude.
Oh,
Is that automatic?
Yeah, that's automatic.
Okay.
This is a new transponder with the ADS-B out.
Okay. Landing light? No. Okay. Strobes as required?
We turn the strobes on. It's a little bit misty out there.
Okay. Time. Start. Brakes. Release. Run up. Brake set. Fuel set to both. We're running on the wrong checklist here. Flight controls are free and correct. Okay. Man. Primer in and locked. Instruments in the green. Look good. All right. 1700 RPM. RPM. All right. Bags. vacuum is reading. Amps. Yep. Oil pressure in the green. Oil temp in the green. Idle. Check closed. Throttle friction. All right. Run up checklist complete.
Okay. Go to tower.
124.1.
You're going to taxi out, and while you're taxiing, you can call them and say, 737 Yankee Echo, number 1 already, runway 25.
Gwinnett Tower, Cessna 737 Yankee Echo, ready for takeoff, 25.
737 Yankee Echo, Gwinnett Tower. Left traffic, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Left traffic, clear for takeoff.
Left traffic, clear for takeoff, 7 Yankee Echo.
When they say left traffic, that means we're going to be doing left turns. Better. We're clear for takeoff.
Got some geese on the runway.
Oh boy.
Close.
They are. I don't think those are geese, are they?
Yeah, they're Canadian geese.
Oh, I have 50 of those in my backyard. I'm on a lake.
I hate them.
Oh. There's shit all over my driveway.
Yes, they do.
Okay, let's get lined up. Heels on the floor, no brakes.
Yep. Ready?
Yeah, ready. Full power. Gee, those things are scary.
Airspeed's alive. Knots.
Is up.
And we're up.
You can give it a little more back pressure on the takeoff. And want to climb at
November Mike's ready.
70.
133 November Mike,
Lots of right rudder.
runway heading, runway 25, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading, clear for takeoff, 25.
We're going to track over the top of the runway. Yeah, it is pretty misty out there.
Yeah, it is.
Got some low-level ground fog out there.
That's pretty weird looking.
Yeah, and we're marginally legal because we're actually above this scattered layer of mist. And turn 500 feet. Drives outside, do a nice climbing turn, get the nose up. Roll it out, look for traffic. Okay, keep climbing. I'm climbing to 2100 and then I want to reduce the power. We're almost there. Now turn right about here. Remember our ground reference maneuver. Oh, you're in a dive.
Yep.
The back pressure in there. Keep the horizon where it's supposed to be. Okay, there's our altitude. Gotta hold that right rudder in as long as you're climbing. Okay, pre-landing check. Gump.
Yes. Undercarriage gears are down.
On my side.
Mixture full rich. Prop is fixed. Flaps 10.
Well, you don't want to put the flaps down until you're beam the numbers.
Okay.
Beam the numbers are going to get carburetor heat, power reduction, 10 degrees of flaps.
7 Yankee Echo, runway 25, clear for the option. Caution, possible wake turbulence for the Falcon 5, Falcon departure ahead of you. Break Falcon 3 November Mike, contact line of departure. Have a safe flight. See you next time.
3 November Mike, thank you very much.
7 Yankee Echo, clear for the option, runway 25.
Very good. Okay, I'll beam the numbers.
Yep.
Carburetor heat.
Heat out.
Reduce the power. 10 degrees of flaps. Or you already got the flaps?
Flap set.
Okay. Now we want to be descending. Okay, we want to get our airspeed under control. There's our X on the ground right inside that warehouse.
Uh-huh.
Keep your eyes on the runway. We're being blown away from the runway a little bit.
Yep.
Okay? Don't turn yet, not quite yet. But we want to be descending. But you might want to give it a handful of trim to help your, no, other way. That's good. That'll help your airspeed a little bit. Now go ahead and turn right about here. Put another 10 degrees of flaps down. Okay, we got blown a little bit too far away from the runway. See, that's our point. We're turning around a point, we're too far away. So we would want to track in a little closer, turn a little bit sooner. But there's our warehouse.
Yep.
There's that other warehouse down here. We want to kind of be in between them. That's a good thing. All right, we're good on our altitude. Our power setting is good. Getting ready to turn. Wait for it. Okay, ready? Right here. Rise outside. You were rolled out right on the center line. Got the red and white lights that tells us we're right on, but we're about to be too low. To add a little bit of power, not a lot, and hold that sight picture. This is a good approach, perfect approach. Looks real good. And just relax. Put the rest of the flaps down. I guess you're all the way down. All right, reduce the power to idle. All the way to idle. Give it a good hard yank. Look down the runway. Let it come down. It's coming down. Now, look down the runway. Okay, hold that sight picture right there. Just hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it back. Steer with your feet.
Yep.
Hold it back. All the way back. All the way back. Keep the nose off the ground. Okay, flaps up.
Flaps up. Carb heat in.
You can relax the back pressure, but don't relax it all the way. We don't want the nose wheel to touch. Full power. Stay on the center line. Full power. All the way in. Okay, we get flying speed right about here. Give it a little tug. That's good. Get it off the ground and relax the back pressure and get the sight picture. Okay, we want the horizon to be just below the cowling.
Yep.
So you can see it off your peripheral vision, okay? It has to look right. I think you're going to get it pretty fast. This time you've been flying in that Bonanza is paid off. Okay, there's our 500 feet. Do a nice crisp turn. Look where you're going. Look for that point, but add some back pressure in the turn. We don't want to accelerate. We want to climb. You're ready to roll it out. Roll it out. Right rudder, right aileron. You didn't use the rudder. Okay, that's good. Look, check for traffic. You're ready to turn. Yeah, it's a good spot to turn right here. Keep the nose up. Add some back pressure. And get ready to roll it out with the right rudder and the right aileron together. More rudder. A lot more rudder. To roll out. You're good on the ailerons, but you're weak on the rudder. The rudder is the last thing that you get.
Yankee Echo, runway 25, clip the option.
Wait for the option, runway 25, 7 Yankee Echo.
Good radio call. I like that. You're like a professional. Sound like an airline pilot. Okay, here we go. Pre-landing check. Gas. Undercarriage mixture.
Undercarriage mixture. Props fixed. And we're almost to be in the numbers.
We're our altitude, perfect. Almost to be in the numbers, and then wait for it, and ready. Left to right. Carburetor heat on. Power. Use the power.
Other way.
10 degrees.
Flaps 10.
Now maintain your distance from the point, and look for your spot that you're going to turn. Visualize a half a mile from the end of the runway out there. You want to be descending. Reduce the power a little bit more. And right on the other side of this parking lot, used car lot, or auction, I think. Yeah, auction. Roll it so you end up just on the other side of this bunch of cars out here, over that other warehouse. Go bring it around. Keep your eyes outside. Get another 10 degrees of flaps here on base. See, we got blown way away from the runway. The wind is from the northwest.
Yep.
Okay, get the sight picture. We're a little bit low. Add a little bit of power. Hold that sight picture. That equates to our airspeed. We need to be turned a little bit more towards the runway. Because the wind is blowing us away.
Okay.
All right, you ready to turn? There it is. Roll it. Keep your sight picture out there. Oh, easy on the bank. When you put it into a bank, you lose your lift. The nose wants to drop down, so you have to add a little bit of back pressure. Okay, we're a little bit to the left. To maneuver it to the right. Get us lined up. The wind is blowing us to the left.
Yep.
Try to land kind of a little bit on the right side of the runway. Get the rest of the flaps down. And reduce the power all the way to idle. I'm going to keep the numbers in the sight. I'm going to kind of dive it down to the numbers and then look down the runway when you're over the numbers, okay? And hold that sight picture. Hold it right there. Hold it off, hold it off. Okay, you landed it by yourself that time. I didn't touch the controls. I had my hand there, but I didn't touch them. I think you got it already.
Okay.
I'm pleased. Okay.
Full power?
Well, get the flaps up first.
Flaps, carburetor heat off.
Nose back. Okay, now we can go. Full power, all the way in. Lots of right rudder.
Go away, bird.
Get us up. That was great. How did you do that? Did you see the sight picture? Did you get it?
Using peripheral vision, I'm taking edge of the runways, numbers, all that stuff into account, but I'm really looking down the runway.
Well, that worked.
500 feet.
Wind Tower RV277 Charlie Kilo RNAV 25.
Okay.
RV277 Charlie Kilo, Gwinnett Tower, continue and report a 3-mile final runway 25.
This weather is going to be moving in here, and my 9 o'clock student is going to be
That's affirmative.
disappointed.
Roger.
Okay, that's a good distance. Now remember, you want to crab a little bit.
Runway 25, cleared for the option inside of an RV at 7 miles.
Clear for the options. Looking for the traffic.
Clear for the option, 7 Yankee Echo, looking for the traffic.
You're inside traffic at 7 miles.
7 miles.
7 miles, 7 Yankee Echo.
Okay, the wind is going to be blowing us away from the runway. Starting to rain.
Yep.
Just enough to wash the bugs off. And the visibility is probably dropping down a little bit.
Okay.
Good day to practice landings.
Gas, both. Undercarriage is down. Mixture is full rich. Prop is fixed. Almost to beam the numbers. RP is out because we're outside of the green.
Okay, 10 degrees of flaps.
10 degrees of flaps down.
And now we want to be descending. We are. This is our little vertical speed indicator. Get the sight picture best you can without the horizon. It's going to be disappearing on us pretty soon. And the wind is blowing us away from the runway, so we're going to turn a little bit earlier, right over the center of the car lot. Side picture. I want to trim it up a little bit. Alright, 10 degrees flaps.
Tower RV 7 Charlie Kilo, about a 3 mile final now.
7 Charlie Kilo,
Flaps
left
are 10.
number 2, flying a Skyhawk in the left base, about 3 miles ahead of you, slope just a little bit.
Pulling back power a little bit, 7 Charlie Kilo.
So Charlie Kilo, do you have traffic in sight?
Negative on traffic, 7 Charlie Kilo.
7 Yankee, clear for low approach only.
7 Yankee Echo, we'll do a low approach.
7 Charlie Kilo, you're number 2, following the traffic about 1.5 miles in front of you, but 2 miles in front of you, sorry. Runway 25, go to land.
Clear to land, runway 25, 7 Charlie Kilo.
Bring it all the way down to the ground, but don't land it. Just fly it over the top of the runway, 6 inches off the ground. Good. And let it come down, look at the numbers down there, and let it kind of dive down towards the numbers, and then transition your sight when you're over the numbers. Okay. Alright, now go ahead and fly it over don't land it. Full power. Fly it right over the top of the runway. Alright, we're just fly it over the top of the runway. Don't land it. Get the sight picture. See that sight picture?
Yep.
Okay, use your rudder.
Yep.
Feel the rudder. Okay? Fly it across the runway. Hold it right there. We're not allowed to land. We're doing a low approach. Okay, that's the sight picture. You hold that, you can fly. Control it. All right, full power. Flaps up. Air brake it off. That was a go around.
Okay.
She said you're cleared for a low approach only. You didn't hear that, did you?
I didn't understand what it meant.
Yeah, low approach means you can come down, but you can't land because we have this high-speed RV home built.
I understand.
Landing.
Okay.
But we're at the end of the runway.
Yep.
And at 500 feet, we can turn.
7 Charlie Kilo, turn around and exit, taxi the ramp, monitor ground, have a good day.
Echo and this monitor, 7 Charlie Kilo.
He's already on the runway. But he was coming down fast. She turned us inside that guy, and she probably should have said extend your downwind a little bit, because he's coming down at 130 miles an hour. Watch your airspeed, you're a little bit slow for the pattern. Do a nice crisp turn. Losing our horizon. You want to cock it in towards the runway. I think the wind has picked up a little bit. Now you're flying in the pattern. Good, your approaches are great. And the weather is, I'm surprised they're letting us continue. This is about as bad as it can get and still fly.
Yeah, this is definitely breaking my personal minimums at this point.
As long as we're safe.
Okay, gas is on both. Mixture is full rich.
7 Yankee Echo, runway 25, clear for the option.
7 Yankee Echo, clear for the option, 25. Undercarriage mixture, prop is fixed, flaps, we're being the numbers. So 10, we need to start coming down.
Good airspeed, a little high.
Really getting blown.
Yeah. When you turn it, you're going to turn it a little bit farther than 90 degrees, so you're kind of pointed a little more towards the runway because of that wind. That's good right there. Let's hold that. Continue descending. Another 10 degrees of flaps. I think she's gonna make us stop.
Yeah.
But we'll do one more, and after this one, we'll finish. Okay, be patient. You're a little bit low. You overshot the center line.
Yeah.
Good recovery. Stay coordinated. Over the numbers, transition your sight down the runway. Fly to the other end. You looked in front of the nose of the plane the last second.
Yeah.
I caught you. That's what happens when you do it. You were doing real good until the last second, and you looked, and bam. Yeah, flaps up.
Flaps up, carb heat in, full power.
But that was an excellent approach, and you'd have been all right. Had I not touched the controls, you'd have bounced a little bit, but it was still a good approach. And the approach makes all the difference. You do a good approach, you have your airspeed under control, got the sight picture under control, and you got the rudder working for you. Not too much crosswind.
I broke your plane.
Oh man.
I'll fix it when I get on the ground.
Yeah, it just pokes in with these little buttons.
Yep. I'm a little busy at the moment.
So you don't want to multitask, huh?
I'm already multitasking. I don't want to multitask anymore. All right, we're 500.
Outside. Let's make this one full stop.
Yeah.
The weather is getting to me. Making me nervous.
Gwinnett Tower, 737 Yankee Echo. We're going to make this pattern a full stop.
7 Yankee Echo, runway 25, go to land.
25, clear to land, 7 Yankee Echo. Undercarriage is fixed. Mixture full rich. Prop is fixed.
I'm kind of jumping the gun on the carburetor heat and the throttle. You're supposed to wait till you're abeam the numbers. Okay? I do it the same way every time. Okay, this is where you're abeam the numbers. Now you want to get the carburetor heat on, reduce the power, and 10 degrees of flaps. And now you want to start your descent. Abeam the numbers. Get the nose down. Where's our horizon?
It's starting to fade in a big way.
And left out. Well, I'm glad we got to fly today. I was thinking, I got up at like 4:30 and looked outside and it was raining and dark.
It was really getting blown.
Yeah, the wind is picking up. And you want to compensate for that wind by your maneuvering. You got blown too far away. Become very sensitive to the wind when you're practicing landings. 500 feet when we turn final and a half a mile for the runway. We're pretty good. Another 10 degrees of flaps here. Don't overshoot your final.
Undershot.
That's your ground reference maneuver. Boy, it's starting to rain pretty heavy now. All those bugs are getting washed off. The rest of the flaps down. Good sight picture. Don't lose the numbers, and keep that horizon out there. Keep your eyes outside. Look down the runway and just fly it over the top of the runway. Came down a little bit too fast. Pull the nose off. Steer with your feet. Put the carburetor.
7 Yankee Echo, turn right on Echo, taxi the ramp, monitor ground, have a good day.
Back. 7 Yankee Echo.
7 Yankee Echo, taxiing via Echo to the ramp.
Okay. Flaps up. There's our taxiway right here. Well, it's a good experience for you to fly in the rain like this and get to see what it looks like, see the clouds, low level ground fog, and good. It was good. A good session. Did great.
I got ground reference issues.
But you're handling all your issues quite well. There's the RV that was behind us.
Yep.
RV-10. That's the four-place kit plane.
It's a slick plane, man.
Yeah, it is. One of my buddies is building one right around the corner from us.
In the EAA?
No, he's building it at his house.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I should say he's not building it. He's
looking at the plans.
Yeah, he's got the kit, he's got the wings, he's got the fuselage kit. He's already built the tail feathers, but he just got married again, and he's not working on it. He's doing too many other things. Get busy building that plane. But it's going to take him several years.
Yeah, I don't doubt that.
And he has too many other interests. Now he got married. Maybe his wife will encourage him to work on it or help him.
And what's the time? 1,000 hours for home built?
Oh, I guess it depends on how fast you work. I'm sure some people could do it in 1,000 hours. That's where, that's 5 years full time.
Yeah.
A full-time job is 2,000 hours a year. So that would be
1,000 hours? No, that's about a year.
That would be 6 months working full-time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could probably do it 6 months if he quit his job.
Who needs them?
But if he worked on it 200 hours a year, which would be pretty good, that would be 5 years. That would be more typical.
I tell you, these bumps between the hangars.
Yeah.
They make this tough. Alright, we flipping around here?
Yeah.
I'm going to let you
All right,
do that.
I'll do it this time, and you can start doing it yourself. Gotta line it up the best we can with this on this other hangar. A little bit to the left of that door split. That should be pretty close.
Okay.
Okay, to shut it down, multi-step procedure. Radios first, radio switch first.
After that, and I need to fix my airplane. Oh, it's raining more and more.
Yeah.
This
I'm glad we came down.
student probably texted me while we were flying. She's wanting to know if she should come to the airport or go back to bed. Yeah, no flying today, just like I figured.
Question mark?